Hello students, I'm your English teacher Shipra Agrawal and today I'm going to discuss with you the last chapter of your Beehive book. The name of the chapter is If I Were You. This chapter is actually a play and this play is the story about a playwright. This play is written by Douglas James. Now let's begin the summary of this play. This play is about a playwright named Gerald. Gerald is the main character in this play. How he escapes being killed by an intruder who wants to steal his identity and live peacefully. The second important character in the play is Intruder that you can see in the picture who is having the gun in the hand. And the Gerald is the man who is doing packing and near this suitcase. One day, one intruder enters in the house of the Gerald, and the intention of this intruder was very ill. He wanted to kill the Gerald and take on his identity. Gerald befools the intruder, but how? By cool and calm temperament, Gerald befooled that intruder, confines him in a cupboard, and finally hands him over to the sergeant. In this play, you will come to know how Gerald finally sent this intruder behind the bars only because of his cool and calm temperament and how he deal with the situation. About the characters in the story. The first one is Gerald, the man you can see in the picture, and in the beginning scene of the play, the Gerald was making a phone call. He is the main character. He is a cultured playwright. He is a playwright and his voice is very cultured. And protagonist of the story. He lived alone in a cottage and did not meet any people. This one thing is very strange about this playwright, that he lived alone in his cottage and he usually he don't meet with the people. He was an intelligent person with good sense of humor. This character in the play is very intelligent and he having a very great sense of humor. He knew how to handle an adverse situation. Adverse means bad. He was very intelligent man, so he knew very well how to deal with difficult, or you can say the unfavorable situation. Characters of the story, the second important character is Intruder. He is a criminal. Criminal means crook and also the villain of the story. He was a jewel robber who had also murdered a man and been chased by cops. He is a jewel robber especially, and now the police was chasing this man because he murdered a man. He now wanted to murder Gerald and take on his identity to lead peaceful life. Now he entered in the hut of Gerald to kill him. Not for money. He wanted to kill Gerald to take on his identity and to live life peacefully. He tried his best to frighten Gerald. He is an intruder. He was also very smart. He tried his level best to frighten the Gerald. But he himself got befooled by him. But ultimately, in the end, the Gerald befooled this smart intruder. Now, the summary of the chapter in detail. The intruder's master plan. The intruder was a criminal who had also killed a policeman and was now being chased by police. In the story, the intruder is a crook and he entered in a secret manner in the house of Gerald. The police is chasing him, and now after killing Gerald, he want to become Gerald and want to lead a peaceful life. The intruder had heard a few things about Gerald, the playwright. Why he want to take the identity of Gerald? Because he listened few things about Gerald that match with his personality. He knew that Gerald was something of a mystery man. What personality of Gerald suited to him? The first characteristic is this: Gerald was a mystery man for others. He lived alone in the wilds of Essex. In his cottage that was in wilds of Essex location, he lived alone there. Gerald gave his orders on phone and never met the tradespeople. Tradespeople means businessmen. Means generally Gerald used to give his orders on the phone, and he normally didn't meet with any businessmen. He thought that he resembled Gerard in body. And the second, you can say, similarity between Gerard and Intruder is their personality. Almost their personality was same. So he planned to kill Gerard and take on his identity and then live himself as Gerard. So now he made a plan to kill Gerard, and after killing him, he wanted to take on his identity and to save his life from the police. The intruder enters into Gerard's house in a secret manner. The intruder enters Gerard's house with a gun in his hand. When he entered in the house of Gerard, in the picture you can see he is having a gun in his hands. He found that Gerard was then preparing to leave his house. When he entered there, he noticed that Gerard was packing his bag. He was going to attend a rehearsal his drama. Actually, Gerard was doing the packing of some props that he needed for the drama rehearsal. He had prepared his bag in which there were props for the rehearsal. In the bag, there are many props for the rehearsal of his play. Intruder threatens to shoot Gerard. Now the play begins and Intruder started threatening the Gerard. The intruder threatened Gerard with his revolver. In the first scene, he threatened Gerard by showing his revolver. He asked him to answer his questions. Now, intruder asked Gerard that don't move and give quietly the answers of his questions. Then he told Gerard that he intended to kill him and then live in his house as Gerard, as he resembled him in body. And ultimately, he disclosed his plan. He said to Gerard that after killing him, he will take on his identity and he will live. He will live his life just like him. The intruder thought he could live as Gerard the rest of his life. The intruder was very happy that after killing him, he can live his life happily by taking his identity. He wanted to learn to imitate Gerard's voice. He said that to being Gerard, he also learned how he speak. Gerard cautions the intruder. The intruder was now about to shoot Gerard. Now intruder was ready to shoot Gerard. Gerard was very intelligent guy, but Gerard was a very intelligent man who knew to tackle the adverse situations very well. He knew how to handle the difficult situation. Then Gerard warned him to be careful and not to kill him. On the same time, when he was almost going to kill him, he warned him that you are very lucky that still you don't kill me, and don't kill me, otherwise you will be in a problem. He said that he was a crook too, and that if the intruder stole his identity, even then he would be chased by the police. He said that he was a crook. Now Gerard told him that he is also a crook. If he killed him, then definitely the police will caught him just like a Gerard. He had killed someone and the police had evidence against him. He further added that he was carrying false mustaches and other props so that he could disguise himself and hide from the police. Now Gerard started telling a fake story to the intruder and made him believe that that story is true. He said that the things went wrong and I also killed a policeman. Now the police is chasing him, and to believe him on his story, he showed him the false mustache and different props that he needed for his rehearsal and made him believe that the police is chasing him. In case he killed Gerard, he was sure to be hanged. Now he believed him that if he killed him, then definitely the police will caught him just like a Gerard. They would hang him if he not as himself then as Gerard. He believed him that the police will caught you and the police will hang you not as a intruder but as a William Charles Gerard. How the intruder reacts. Hearing this, the intruder began to think. Now, in the beginning, the intruder did not believe on the words of Gerald, but he started suspected. This was an opportunity for Gerald. As the doubt came in the mind of the intruder, Gerald took the advantage of that. Gerald said that he could sense the police raid that night. Gerald said, oh, he could sense means he could have one instinct that the police is going to raid on that night. He had position and accomplice on the road to warn him of danger. Accomplice means the partner in the crime. Just like in the business, who are our partners, we call them business partner. In the similar manner, our partner in crime is called accomplice. He said that, oh, one of his men is standing on the road, and when he will saw that the police is coming there, that person will warn him. Gerard said that he was going to garage for his car so that he could escape and offered the intruder to come with him. Now Gerard said that at any time the police will reach at his house, so he is going on the garage to take his car and to leave this place. And now he offered the intruder, if you also wanted to save your life, then please come with me. Gerard befooled the intruder. Gerard befooled the intruder to believe him by saying that if the intruder felt that Gerard was lying, he could kill him in the car. Now, Gerard very easily befooled the intruder, but is still intruder having some suspicion on Gerard's view. So then Gerard said, if you have any doubt, then you can also kill me in the car. As the phone rang, on the same time the phone bell rang. Gerard said that it was time to leave. Now Gerard said, oh, be ready, police is coming, this is the phone of my men. When the intruder did not believe Gerard, he asked him to peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. Now when the intruder have some suspicion, at the time Gerard said, you can also see the police by peeping outside from the door. How the intruder is trapped. Just then Gerard gave him a push. As the intruder looked outside from the door, on the same time Gerard got the chance and pushed him and also sent him behind the cupboards. The revolver fell as the intruder stabbed into the cupboard. The revolver fell down from the hand of the intruder, and now he was in the cupboard. Gerard shut the door in a moment and picked up the revolver. Now Gerard was very happy. Immediately he shut the door of the cupboard and took the revolver. Then he telephoned to call in the police to arrest the intruder. Now he called to the police and called them to arrest the intruder who was in his house. Some important dialogues of this play is, at last a sympathetic audience. The speaker is Gerard. Who spoke this line? Gerard. They can't hang me twice. Speaker is the intruder. This is your big surprise. This dialogue is made 2 times in the play. Happy ending to the play. The hero Gerald proved witty enough to save his life from the evil-minded intruder by cunningly making up a plan to distract the villain and trap him in his house. So always remember this fact. If you are in a cool and calm temperament, then you can even handle the adverse situation just like Gerald. Thank you very much, students. I hope that you understand this chapter very well. If you understand, then don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Goodbye.